everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J here with an overview and tutorial using the new Naked Reloaded palette. And yes, I had to say it like that because the Naked Reloaded palette sounds like an action movie and is coming to theaters near you this summer. The Reloaded palette is the updated version of the cult classic Naked palette, and the Naked palette really changed the way that I looked at neutral eyeshadows. Before that palette launched, I just loved colors and I thought a brown was a brown was a brown and neutral, mutual, blah, blah, blah. I had my set neutrals and that was what it was. But once I tried the Naked palette, that really launched my passion for neutral products. And at the time, that was really huge for me because I was a teenager. You all know teenagers like colors. And I'm like, I don't need neutrals. But then when I saw it, I fell in love. So I'm excited to try this new Reloaded palette. And the Naked palette is an icon in its own right. It has influenced the makeup industry greatly. So now Urban Decay has decided to discontinue that palette. I believe it's pretty much gone. You may be able to find it in a few different retailers, but for the most part, it's gone. And now we are here with the Naked Reloaded palette, which is, in my opinion, the sexier version of the Naked palette. Here's the packaging. Very cute packaging. I love it. The palette's packaging has a fabric over it and it's kind of cushioned at the top. So I love this packaging. I think it's very beautiful, very sophisticated, and just sexy, right? This palette retails for $44 and it has 12 new eyeshadows in here. The eyeshadow compilation is pretty. It has a mix of shimmers and matte eyeshadows. There's matte eyeshadows in here. There's shimmer eyeshadows in here as well as metallic eyeshadows. But the overall premise of the eyeshadow palette is that it's neutral as suggested by the name, Naked. So of the 12 eyeshadows, there are 4 of them that have larger pans, and the 4 eyeshadows that have the larger pans are on the opposite side. So there's 2 over here and there's 2 over here. So the colors Bribe and Blur have 1.4 grams of products in them, and the colors Barely Baked and Boundaries have 1.3 grams of products in them. Now, I found it interesting that on the package, this color was called Retro. I don't know if they meant to call this retro, if it was a last minute change, but they forgot to update it on the packaging. But of course I'm going to notice it because I notice everything. And they would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids, right? The other 8 eyeshadows in the middle have 1.1 grams of products in them. As you all can see, there's a mix of colors in this palette. So you can do lighter looks or you can do more intense, darker looks. This palette just gives me a sultrier vibe than the original Naked palette did. The original Naked palette was my go-to everyday palette for so many years. This palette definitely leans more neutral cool than it does neutral warm or just flat out neutral. The cool tones in here overpower the overall neutrality of the palette, so I would say it's more cool tone than anything. For me, I'm a golden undertone. I feel comfortable wearing these shades. I know there's been other palettes that have launched on the market that look similar to this, so let's compare them. So firstly, we have the NARS Skin Deep palette, which I think looks similar to the Naked Reloaded palette. This palette costs more, it's $59 as opposed to $44. The Skin Deep palette also has a mix of the shimmers and the matte eyeshadows, and the description of this one says that it was created for all skin tones. But I think this palette is more neutral than the Naked Reloaded palette. The Skin Deep palette has cool tones in it, but I feel like the Naked Reloaded palette is a little bit more cool toned as opposed to the Skin Deep palette. And then we have the ABH Sultry palette, which is also similar to the Naked Reloaded palette. But to me, the Sultry palette is a little bit more shimmery, a little bit bolder than the Naked Reloaded palette. I feel like this palette is a lot more muted in comparison to the Sultry palette. And again, both of these palettes have the mix of the shimmers and the matte colors. But in my opinion, I feel like the Sultry palette will work better for those with a deeper complexion because I feel like these colors are a little bit more saturated and a little bit more intense versus the Naked Reloaded palette, which I feel like these colors are a bit softer. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into swatches of this palette, and then following that I'm going to do a demonstration using this palette. Then I'll let you all know my final thoughts on it at the end of the video. Stay tuned. I'm first going to go in with a Smith 235 blending brush in the color Blur. And I am going to take this color all over my lid, and this is going to set my concealer. Same brush, and I'm going to go in with the color Bucked. Making sure to tap off that excess. I'm going to apply this directly in my crease. So back and forth. in circular motions, diffusing this color. And this is my transition color. Same brush, and I'm going to dip into the color Endgame. Very carefully tapping my brush to get rid of fallout. And I'm going to take that on the very outer corner and blend it up towards the crease. So I put the shadow on the flat side of the brush to deposit it. As you all can see, I concentrated this color right on the very outer corner. And then with whatever's left over, I'm going to begin to start blending it inwards using a very light hand because this color is very pigmented and it's also powdery. So I got a little bit of fallout even though I tapped off my brush, but it's good because I already set my under eye. But just be very careful with this. So I'm just going to go over this one more time just to make sure that it's opaque. Now I'm going to go in with Angel Fire with the Chikuhodo B004G brush. I am carefully going to tap this under my brow. It's like a glittery highlight. Careful not to swipe because this is like literal glitter. Same brush and same color. I am going to pop this on my inner corner. I am going to bring that over towards the lid. I'm going to go ahead and apply this color on the lower inner corner. Same brush, and I'm going to go in with the color Reputation. And I am going to pop that right next to my inner tear duct color and blend it over. I'm not going to take it all across the lid. Again, make sure to tap off the brush, and I'm just going to build this color up. And then I'm going to go into Burn. And I'm just going to pop this right in the middle. And make sure to blend it next to our outer corner color as well as the other color that I just applied on the lid. And I'm going to bring it up towards the crease, but not in the crease. Now I'm going to take a Wayne Guy 07 detailer brush and the color Barely Baked. And I am going to apply this on the middle. And same brush and going back in with Endgames. And let's use this on the end. Oh, the color is very pigmented. Use it lightly. And make sure to connect it to the top. So now I'm going to go ahead and add liner and lashes and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so you all saw the demonstration. So now let me tell you my final thoughts on this palette. I think that the formulation of the eyeshadows is very powdery, and that goes for both the shimmers and the mattes. The matte eyeshadows are a lot powderier than the shimmer eyeshadows. Whenever I was getting the products with my brush, I had a lot of kickback, which that is not a deal breaker for me. I use an eyeshadow base or my concealer, and so a lot of times the eyeshadows grip onto that and you may get some fallout. I don't mind cleaning it up if it's a pretty enough eyeshadow palette. I feel like the colors in this palette are okay. They're colors that we've seen before. They're colors that we have. I feel like the colors in this eyeshadow palette look bolder, but when I applied them, they were a little bit more muted than I expected them to be. And I feel like the color story of this palette just looks a bit dated. It doesn't look super relevant. It looks like something that could have been launched in 2013. It's not really giving me anything that the original Naked palette didn't already give me. Plus, in my opinion, I liked the original Naked palette better than this one. I feel like this one is too cool toned to replace the Naked palette, which in my opinion was more neutral. These are just not colors that I personally will wear every day. If you are a cool tones lover, this is a nice color story. I feel like there's key elements that are missing from this palette. For one, there's no highlight color. I had to make a makeshift highlight with the color Angel Fire. And there's no colors in between this dark brown and these lighter browns. And to me, one of these lighter brown colors could have been replaced with a richer, more caramel brown color. I'm not saying the palette is bad. I just feel like it's something that we've seen. And to call it the Reloaded palette, like we're looking for new and modern and fresh. And I feel like we got the same thing that we've been consistently getting for about the past 10 years now. So I feel like I'm good on color stories like this. Plus, I feel like the formulation of these eyeshadows really isn't anything to write home about. Those are my thoughts on the palette. It's not bad, but yet it's not great. It's not a girl, but not yet a woman. So let me know what you all think about it down in the comment section if you plan on trying out the Naked Reloaded palette. I still love Urban Decay, but I want to see more things like the Born to Run palette. I want them to get back on track being the innovators that I know they are. And I know they are coming out with the Game of Thrones collection in April, so I am so excited to see that from them. So hopefully they redeem themselves with me because I'm not loving this. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I will talk to you all in my very next video. Smooches! Bye.